Hey, this is Rick with Shooter 1721. Oh, look what Epic Airgun sent to the Shooter 1721 bench. This is the Epic 2 420 millimeter 22 with their own moderator on here. And I asked Element Optics 2:16 HDLR on here, perfect scope. You know why? Because I asked Epic to build me a squirrel gun for the American gray squirrel. I said, build me one, give me foot-pounds of energy, enough to take on squirrels, and push some pellets and slugs pretty good. And the ones that I picked for today, JTS 22.07 and JSB 20.83 grain slugs. A lot of you are probably like, what? They make 20.83? Yes, they do. And what we're going to find out today, we're going to shoot ranges like, I'll shoot 50, 55, 75, 80, somewhere around there, 100, and maybe a little past, depending on what happens with the weather here. Because I have a feeling the weather's going to get ugly as we get into this video. I'll tell you more about the gun in the video, but you know what? That's enough talking. Let's get to shooting. Oh man, that's nice. Okay, here we are at the range, and I got some squirrel targets out there today. We got a little bit of wind blowing, but we got the Epic 2 with JTS 22.07 and then Knockout 20.83 slugs. And we're going to try both of them. I got my rangefinder here. I'm going to range find some targets, and we'll see what we got here. Our first target's at 55 yards. So we're going to get started on that, but what I want to show you is I want to show you the pellets and the slugs. Both mags are loaded. They're 11-shot mags. And we're going to see what this 420 barrel can do. We're going to throw in, first we're going to throw in 22.07 JTS and turn our chronograph on. We'll see what these are shooting. Okay. So we got a squirrel target at 55 yards to start. We're recording there. All right, let's see where we go here. All right. Yeah, exactly what I thought. 891 on the chronograph. All right. Wow. Okay. Okay. As you can see, you look at that target. 55 yards. Yeah, the squirrel is in a lot of trouble. So that was the 22.07. And now we got the Knockout 20.83. A lot of you are like, what are you talking about? Because a lot of people I've been posting this. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram and stuff, you can see I've been posting a lot about them. They shoot really good in a lot of guns, and we're going to see how they shoot here. So I'm going to go right back to the squirrel at 55. All right, and let's see how they do. I'm going to aim same spot as the pellets, a little bit higher. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. They're 907. That is just one dot right there, above the other ones. All right. Shot a little higher, I'll aim right at the base. And empty. We have 1 out of 22 shots. 1 drifted just a little bit. Keep the scope cam on there a little bit because all you can see with this camera is just me talking here. But yeah, there's 55 yards. Definite squirrel gun. And at 912 feet per second, it was 907 to 912. And I'll do chronograph numbers for you then. This is perfect squirrel getter for the headshots. And you saw we were able to shoot, I believe that hole in that squirrel is actually a 1/2 inch circle. But I'll measure it and let you know for sure. Now we're going to move to, I don't know, let's see. All right, let's see what we got here. $80 yards, we got a squirrel at 80. So I'm going to go move that squirrel because he's directly in line where I'm shooting. So I got to bump him over, and then we're going to go out to 80 yards and see how we do. We'll do 5 and 5 and see how we do out there at 80 yards. See what happens. Okay, now we're set up at, we are set up at right at 80 yards. And I thought, you know, that's with a pellet, that's good squirrel shooting right there. I'm going to shoot the pellets first, and then I'm going to zero for the slugs, and then we'll shoot the slugs and see how they do. So we're going to go for a headshot on a squirrel at 80 yards right out of the gate. So got that recording. We're recording there. Got a little bit of wind going on, but let's see what we can get here. Yep, and we got our squirrel. We got our squirrel at 80 yards. Just had to cut his ears there a little bit. Look at that, 80 yards. No problem there. Let's see if we can get a nice heart shot. We're shooting a little high, but let's see what we get. Ooh, good hit on him. One on either side. And there we go, we got one in the flapper. But at 900 feet per second with the 2207s, that's really good. Okay. Let's set up and let's see how the slugs do. I'm going to repaint targets and let's see what the slugs can do. Okay, we just re-zeroed for slugs. They are different because the BC changes. At 55, you saw they stayed pretty doggone even. 20.83, 22.07. But then when you went to 80 yards, we went, you could see the BC change from pellet to slug, which was kind of cool. All right, so we are set up at 80. We're back to our same squirrel. And let's see what we can do here. JSB knockout, 20.83. Yeah, that squirrel would be laying there. A little bit of wind drift on that, just a hair. I think you get the message though. All right, might be out of ammo there. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can wind drift this a little. I'll stay on the left edge.
That's a dead squirrel there.
Well, there you go. You get to see the headshots all day long at 80 yards with the slugs. I guess now the only thing to do is let's move out to 100 and see how it does at 100 yards. So we'll go there. Sounds like we got some more rain. Okay, while I was spray painting out there, storm front moved in. So we're going to try and get this video done at 100. I'm going to try and shoot 100 yards with these pellets on that squirrel and see how we do. Yeah, that's going to be a tall task here. All right, let's go for a headshot on a squirrel in pretty good wind right now. All right, I'll hold maybe there. There we go, hit him in his jaw. Just caught the head there. Did not see that. I'm going to hold over a little bit closer. There we go. And as you can see, the wind let off. But we had one getaway, which I thought that's pretty good. There you go. How's that for 100 yards in this weather? Oh yeah. All right. Wow. This little guy impresses. I am blown away that little 420 wants to shoot like that with these. Now that was the JTS. What we did there, and yeah, that's pretty amazing. There's 22.07. Do I have another pellet left? How about a bonus shot on a pigeon at 100, about 10 yards? Ooh, you guys can see him in the scope cam. I'm gonna hold just over his back. Oh, we still got him, but we didn't get a kill shot. Ah, nothing in the gun. Ah, what'd you think of that, though? That was pretty cool. Yeah, these pellets are doing great in the wind down there. I'm going to take a couple more shots at the pigeon. I'm going to throw some in here. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. All right. Let's give that pigeon, let's see if we can drop him. Ooh, another good hit on him. Come on, man. You're not getting away from this guy. All right, 900 feet a second, 901. It's really, really good. Wow. Super, super happy with that. Wow, this gun just shoots, and to see it shoot like that makes me want to even take it out further. I mean, but in today's weather, it's what you get, and you can see it. I'm going to turn the camera, I'm going to turn that camera around so you guys can see the distance. So, you guys can see out there how far we're shooting. I'll blow it up a little bit for you. There we go. Yeah, because I wanted to have the camera behind me, but I can't really do that because of the way it gets dark, the light. So I wanted you guys to see that's how far out we're shooting. Okay, well, I forgot to spray paint and the storm's picking up. You can see how much water's getting on the barrel here. We got the slugs. I forgot. I didn't do the slugs, and I want to do that real quick. So I'm just going to go for the Pennsylvania Grizzly Bear, and we'll just go. We'll drop one and see how we do headshot here on him. A little bit of drift there. A lot more air. Got a lot more air on that.
We'll aim right at about 8 o'clock. A little bit low. There we go. A lot of air. Out of ammo. Alright. Alright, let's see. Got a couple shots here yet. But you guys get to see the storm's kicking in a little bit too much, but that hit exactly where I was aiming. No more. Well, you guys get it. Oh my, that air is kicking pretty good out there, but still good shooting. I mean, if it was dead calm, be nice, but sometimes when you're reviewing guns, this is what you get. Yeah, alright, I'm going to bring the camera in here for the chronograph, and we'll focus on the chronograph, fill the gun up, and we'll run through the chronograph numbers and let you see that. Alright, give me a second. Okay, let's do the chronograph test real quick. I'm going to shoot a mag of each for you. JTS 22.07, we'll shoot them first. Alright. I think that was it. Yep, okay, so that was it. Let's see what the results are. 11 shots. Low 899, 905, spread 6, standard deviation 1.67. Let's make sure you guys can see that okay. There you go. So that looks good. All right. Now, let's clear that, you guys. Actually, I'm going to take a picture of that. Let me get my other camera here, just so we have it. Okay, now, let's go with the sluggers. So these are knockouts, 20.83. Take you back down. All right, let's clear this and go to foot pounds so you can just watch the foot pounds, and we'll see. Make sure everything's good there. Let's check our numbers. Ah man, well, we're not doing that. We're sticking this one in there because I don't know how I did that, but we're getting 11 out of this one too. So let's put number 11 in. I don't know what's going on here, what I'm doing today. There we go. So 11 shots, standard deviation 2.62. Spread 8. Let's see if you can probably see that pretty good. All right. Well, there's each mag of, got a mag of the knockouts, got a mag of the dead center. Yeah, I like it. I'll take a picture of that too and get into some other stuff and see what else we can figure out. Okay, I wanted to go over a couple features of the gun that, you know, I don't think, I didn't explain in the beginning, but I do want to talk about them. So this has, you can change the barrels out on this. You can, of course, the bolts back here and the barrel just unscrews. You just remove a couple grub screws there. And then I wanted to show you this. Let's get a good look at that so you get to see that. That's the key. You're like, what's that the key to? Well, that's the key to the regulator. You can use an Allen wrench if you want, and it goes right here. And you can turn it up or down. You can do either one with that key right there. If you turn it backwards, right, under pressure, whatever, just shoot a couple shots off, don't have your mag in, and then get it to where it's sitting about 3 or 4 shots. And then whatever ammo you have, slug or pellet, you have your hammer spring adjustment right here. So right back here is your hammer spring adjustment right there. Hopefully we got you seeing that right here. And that's where you adjust your hammer. And David from Epic does a really good video on that. And he shows that you're tuning both of these and you're shooting the gun till you hear that the gun making that full air sound. You'll be able to tell when it gets there. It's a nice, you can hear how it becomes very crisp. And then you look on your chronograph and you start shooting your shots and you can check it out. Under here, that's your regulator right there. This is actually your fill probe right here. That's your fill probe. And then here's your fill gauge on this side. What's really cool about this is, let's say you got some other bottles, whether you have another air gun. I put an Air Marksman on my Epic 22 700 millimeter. I was able to put that on there and get more air out of that. And there's just some features of the gun you don't know. And of course you can see how beautiful the wood stock is. Absolutely gorgeous. And just wanted to go over those little features, and that's how I am not going to touch this gun as good as it shoots, as you saw in this video. It absolutely shoots amazing. Challenge shot for Roger across the pond. And Scotty, you know who you are. Hey, get 100 yards offhand, Roger. So we're going to challenge Scotty first, though. Maybe do something a little different. So you're like, where is it? Now take a look. See it on top of the black, right under the shooter logo, right in the center. That's the egg. All right. Shrink this down just a little bit so you can see me standing offhand, but you'll be able to watch the egg too. Okay, I'll go over here on the right corner. Hopefully you can see me over here. All right. One shot? Oh my goodness. Well, Roger, that's going to be hard to beat there. Well, you can tie it, but one shot at 100, and there, I'll blow it up so you guys can see it. All right. You can see the egg is no longer there. Yep. So one shot at 100. I would say this thing's pretty accurate. I'll say that. Hopefully on video you can see it, because anytime you run the camera here to there, you should probably see that white disappear though. This is Rick with Shooter 1721. Not making things too easy for Roger and Scotty. Woo-hoo. Come on, man.